The long-awaited Falcon 50 by Contrail, the first in-house development of an aircraft from Contrail. You may have heard of Contrail selling other people's aircraft or airports on their web shop or app, but they finally brought to you a business jet for you to fly. And we're going to be taking a very quick little look at this aircraft. Some quirks, some strengths, and some flaws. Keep in mind this is an early build of this aircraft, so things may change after this releases. Also, this being their very first aircraft release, we'll try not to be too harsh. We'll start off with the visuals first. They're good, clean, high resolution, and the performance with them is fantastic. They're not going to win any awards, but they do the job. This is definitely a great starting point, and I think is more than fine for release. With further updates, hope to see some improvements as well. Gonna be honest, the cabin instantly transports you over to a high roller rich lifestyle. Interactive cabin with their screens as well. You can almost smell the leather off the seats. And from far, the exterior is no slouch either. It does look good. However, an example of something that could be improved is maybe the wing view. The wing looks a little untextured. The startup is simple enough. Get your DC power established, AC power established with the APU or ground power. Tell it where you are, tell it where you're going, boot up the engines, and you're ready to rock and roll. The APU is located on the first officer side. Listen to these awesome sounds. And what's really cool is the sounds change throughout the cabin. It starts to get quieter as you get back here a little bit. Less of that air rushing noise and more the engines. A nice touch is little breaks off OK to tow card. You can actually toggle that on or off, and it gets placed just over here. You're also able to tow your own aircraft with this little built-in Contrail tow feature. Before using it, make sure you uncouple the little bar here. So go to walk around mode, walk up to the gear, and unlatch it. Now you're ready to tow. The shocks and parking brake removed. Let's connect the tow. You can bring it forward. You can reverse it. And you can turn it. You can also do it from inside the flight deck. Kind of a cool feature. Disconnect the tow there, and you're good to go. Well, you guys know me. Flight model means a lot. And unfortunately, I have to say, it's a little meh. I don't know for sure, but it almost feels like it was built with the default flight model code that some other aircraft use, like the 172 and the Payware CRJ. Something I experience is that springy elevator effect that some default flight models and even Payware flight models have. Furthermore, the rudder control is not really correct. In an aircraft, when you apply rudder, you will yaw the aircraft, and in doing so, one wing will actually hit the airflow first, get a little bit more lift, and start to roll. You can see that in some other flight models like the MD-11 and the brand new Just Flight F100. However, in this aircraft, with full rudder applied, no aileron, it flies completely straight, just a bit fishtailed. But as I said, this aircraft's not alone. The Flight Effects Citation also suffered from this before as well. So there is hope that they can correct this. Well, that brings us to the EFB. The EFB is built off the default Microsoft Flight Simulator EFB, but has a Contrail Falcon 50 tab. This will bring you things like performance, weight and balance, options that they've customly edited. You can SimBrief import your weights and fuels, it will load it for you, and it's SimBrief integration into your FMS as well. EFB even comes equipped with a custom built-in replay feature. That's pretty cool. Speaking about the FMS, it uses the GNS XLS, which can be found also in the 727. I'm not too sure who developed this for the sim, but it's the exact same one in the 727, so it leads me to believe it's either an FSS variant, or maybe Contrail made their own version of it. Nonetheless, it's fully capable of doing SIDS and stars and even RNAV approaches if programmed correctly, coupled with the autopilot. Just make sure in FMS navigation and not VOR like I did. Well, this brings us to the end of the video where my opinions take place. Last thing I want to talk about before I get into that is the price. At the time of the recording, the price has not been discussed. However, if this is more than $60 US, I'd say it might be a bit of a steep ask. I think the correct pricing for this aircraft should be $40 to $50. The visuals are good, the sounds are great, the performance is awesome, and you can fly A to B with it, but it doesn't feel premium to me. For their first try at it, I think it's a very good first attempt. I can't wait to see what they have on the horizon for updates and further development, maybe a different aircraft as well. If you love the Falcon, I think you'll enjoy this aircraft, and if you do like doing business jet travel, I think it'll be a good addition to your hangar. For me personally, it doesn't capture the magic that some aircraft like the MD-11, the new Fokker 100, or the iFly 737 MAX. But you gotta keep in mind, those developers have been working in flight sim aircraft for a long time. This is truly breathtaking from Contrail, very good first attempt, and I can't wait to see what's in store later. Check it out, guys. I think you'll enjoy it.
Did I mention you can fly a P&G team around while they beta test aircraft? They might charge you a cup of coffee for delivery though.